Boys and girls, please write your first name, last name, and date at the bottom of your Scholastic News. My Army Dad. I'm Everly. My dad is in the U.S. Army. Sometimes he's away from home for work, and I miss him. I drew this picture for him. It won first place in a contest. Write your first name, last name, and date at the bottom of your Scholastic News. I'm a Military Child by Everly Mammadati. As you read, think about how Everly feels about being a military kid. My dad is in the military. He works for the Army. That makes me a military child. It's not always easy. Sometimes he's away from home for a long time. I feel sad, but I'm proud he's in the Army. He fixes and shoots rockets for his job. It's hard work. The art contest. I love to make art. Drawing is one of my favorite things to do. I always have a notebook and pencil with me wherever I go, in case I feel like drawing. Last year, my teacher, Miss Morrison, found out about an art contest for military children. She encouraged me to enter. She made me think it was a good idea. I made a drawing about what it's like to be a military kid. I drew my dad's boots. I also drew the dog tags he wears around his neck. My dad and others like him in the military wear these every day. I wrote, "Bloom where you are planted." Sometimes military kids have to move because their parents get a job in a new place. To me, this quote means that no matter where life takes military children, they can do well. I entered my drawing into the contest. There were entries from all over the world. I didn't think I would win. I hoped I might get third place, the winner. But I won first place. I was so happy. It was the first art contest I ever entered. My mom and dad were really proud of me. Now my art is hanging up in Washington, D.C., so people can go see it. Winning this contest made me want to make more art. Drawing is a good way to show how you are feeling. My drawing shows how I feel about being a military kid. I encourage other kids to make drawings about how they feel too. Turn the page to learn more about Everly's prize-winning artwork. I love to draw. Look for my drawings on these pages. Here's my dad at work. Dad. We play soccer together. My brother Killian. Everly's art. Everly told us what each part of her drawing stands for. Read the diagram, then answer the questions. These are poppies. They stand for peace and hope. Poppies are these red flowers right here. The boots and dog tag stands for people in the military. They wear these every day. These are dandelions. They can grow anywhere, just like a military child can. Those are the white flowers. The quote says, "Bloom wherever you are planted." It means that military children can do well wherever life takes them. Question 1. Which of these stands for people in the military? Was it dandelions, quote, or the boots? Which one stands for people in the military? The dandelions, the quote, or the boots? Question 2. Which part of the drawing stands for peace? Is it the dog tags, the poppies, or the quote? Which one stands for peace? The dog tags, the poppies, or the quote? Question 3. 2 types of flowers are on the drawing. Which 2 types of flowers are on the drawing? Is it poppies and daisies, dandelions and poppies, or dandelions and roses? Look back to see which 2 types of flowers are on the drawing. Poppies and daisies, dandelions and poppies, or dandelions and roses? Which of these is not on the drawing? A quote, a photo, or dog tags? Which one is not on the drawing? A quote, a photo, or dog tags? Remember to put your first name, last name, and date at the bottom of your Scholastic News before you hand it in to the finish work bin.
Thank you, fellas. What is a veteran? A veteran is someone who has served in the armed forces. Every U.S. veteran has served in one of the 6 branches of the armed forces: the Army, the Marine Corps, the Navy, the Air Force, the Coast Guard, and Space Force. Each branch has a different job to do. For example, the Army mostly works on land. The Air Force works in the sky. People in the Air Force fly planes and helicopters. People in the Navy, the Marines, and the Coast Guard all spend a lot of time at sea. But they can have other jobs too. For example, some people in the Navy fly jets. The branches are separate, but they often work together. They might work as a team to rescue someone who is hurt at sea. The President of the United States is in charge of all the branches. Under the Constitution, the President is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. On November 11th, we celebrate Veterans Day. We honor men and women who have served the armed forces. We honor veterans because they train hard to do their jobs. Some are medics and help people who are hurt. Some throw tanks. And some people even work on submarines. All of them were one. You might know about that. Maybe someone in your family or in your neighborhood is a veteran. You can say thank you to veterans every day of the year. But Veterans Day is a